Stunner for Vegas, a rapper who you probably only know because of Dababy and a name you probably ain't heard from in years. Born January 1st, 1996 at Salisbury, North Carolina, West Salisbury to be exact. And really since the start of his life, he was into music. And growing up, he was into a lot of the main artists from the early 2000s. 2 Chainz, Gucci, really just everybody. And with all this rap influence, it ain't take long for Stunner to start rap, because he was talking about dropping and putting out songs all the way back in 2012 and 2013. Like he been going at it. But at first, it was rough. He wasn't getting no traction, and it was looking like it wasn't gonna work out. He was trying to promote his music anywhere. He would be out at functions letting them know he was a rapper and letting them know who he was. And eventually, he started to get some shows here and there, but it wasn't nothing life-changing. It was so bad to the point where he was dropping a bag just paying the DJs money to play his songs at the club. But him dishing out all his money and connecting with all these DJs eventually paid off. One of the DJs he was interacting with what changed his life. Even if neither one of them knew it at the time, it happened. So Stunner was just out promoting his music and trying to get a name out there. And one of the DJs started showing love. And one day he posted a song for Stunner, and the reach it had was life-changing. So another artist who actually had some buzz from the area peeped it, and he liked the song. So he ended up dropping a like on the post. The artist in specific, Dababy, he liked the post. Stunner seen it and took that opportunity. He DM'd him off rip, basically talking about some let make a song. And so Dababy was with it. But Baby treated him like a regular person and charged him for that feature. But the night they went in the studio and made the song, it was like they both knew they was gonna be brothers. Cause after this studio session, Stunner just kept pulling up the more and more until it was like a every time thing. They would just end up making songs. Like Dababy would get done rapping, Stunner come right in behind and put something down. And Stunner said off rip when they was linking up, Dababy was saying they was gonna do something, but he ain't specifically say he was gonna sign him. But when the time came for Baby to sign him, people started looking at Stunner crazy, because at the time, Dababy wasn't as big as he is now. So everyone telling Stunner, don't sign Dababy, he not gonna put you on for real. But over the next 6 months, everyone's opinion would change. 3 months in, Dababy signed a Stunner, they dropped the hit. The first song they ever recorded together was Animal, sitting at 59 million views right now. But it don't stop there. Around that time, it was like every song they dropped was just getting bigger and bigger. And only 6 months into working with Dababy, Interscope threw a deal on the table. Not for just Stunner, not for Dababy, but both of them. Dababy went up in there and he said, look, if y'all want to sign me, y'all got to sign my artist too. And y'all not finna give him no cheap deal. You gonna give him exactly what you gave me. And that's what went down. But with all this new money coming in, this where things started to go left. Yeah, he got this money, but the money changed him as a person. He said the money started making him cocky, and he started looking at people differently. And on top of that, it just started to turn him reckless. He started disrespecting cops every time he seen them. And Stunner even said at the time, he had like 45 shows in Charlotte, and after every single show, he would get into an altercation with the feds. An argument, someone getting arrested, cops taking scraps, gas, anything. It was so bad to the point where the cops pulled Dababy to the side and was basically saying they respect everything Dababy was doing, but it would probably be in his best interest to separate from Stunner. But it don't even stop in Charlotte. 12 was watching Stunner everywhere he went. They knew he was too reckless, and they didn't want him to act out somewhere else. So when bro would be out of state in another city finna perform, the state marshals would call in saying, the club don't want you to perform. They call up to the club, say Stunner reckless. They talk to the promoters, Stunner reckless. So when he get that call, we don't want you to perform no more. I know it hurt him, but it was rough during this time. Also, during this time, he had one of the craziest shows of his life. So he had a homecoming show at a school in Texas, and this is where it really get crazy. So he get to the school and they having a pep rally, and he there doing whatever, thinking it's the actual show. Whole time it wasn't. The actual show they was paying him for was gonna happen after the pep rally, and it was an hour away. So after the pep rally, him and his crew start heading that way. But the thing about this, it was a party in the woods. No cops, nobody watching, just Stunner, his crew, and the crowd. But keep in mind where they is. They was in Texas. And scraps is legal out there. They pull up, someone from his camp get out the Sprinter. They go check out the area, look, make sure everything's straight. And this, where he got spooked. He came back to the Sprinter, pulled Stunner to the side, and was basically telling them every single nigga out there got a pistol on his side. But Stunner was like, bro, I don't care. I'm trying to perform. They paid me, so I'm about to do what I do. Anyway, he hop out the Sprinter, taking pictures with everybody with their scraps hanging out their pockets. And none of that ain't even bother him. So he went and got on stage and started performing. He said he performed 3 songs, but on that last song is when everything went left. While he's performing, he threw his headband in the crowd and the nigga caught it. But the rest of the crowd ain't like this. The whole crowd started jumping this one nigga. Keep in mind, everybody in the crowd had a scrap on. So Stunner on stage thinking they finna start letting it go. But everyone around Stunner was on that. They all huddled around Stunner. Everybody covering every angle, making sure Stunner's straight and Stunner don't get hit. And eventually, they did get out of there. And this was probably part of the reason why his thought process started to change over the years. Like, really think about it. He put himself in a real dangerous situation like that for a bag. He put himself in a position where he could potentially lose his life over a bag. But over the next few years, his career started to slow down. The start of 2020, he dropped the tape, but before his next tape could come out, something went down. September 2020, footage popped up online of some niggas Stunner jewelry on, claiming they snatched it off his neck. But Stunner had to get on IG Live and say all that wasn't true. He described his side of the story and was pretty much on IG Live begging for his change back.
Went in the car and you stole them. I ain't seen nobody post them yet, but somebody from back home seen it on Facebook. So I don't know who it is, what it is. We trying to get them changed. You can keep everything else you found in the whip. We want the change. You can drop a dot, we'll drop a dot, whatever. We want the change. This ain't for nobody to be passing around them. You ain't being all the baby or Stunner for Vegas. I need them.
He said he was out somewhere and they came, broke into his car, took all his jewelry. Said they was smooth with it. He ain't even know what was going down. I done talked to 20, swearing they got my chain. They talking about a number. I ain't paying for nothing I done already bought. I just go buy some new jewelry. I want my chain cause it's my chain. It's all about the principle. Bro said he would have reconsidered his career if he actually got his chain snatched off his neck. But what do y'all think? Did it actually get snatched off his neck or was it stolen out the car? But this right here is where I think Stunner was tripping. He said he never found no stolen item report with 12 or nothing. I want you to think about it. He spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on this jewelry and he don't want to get it back. Now look, me personally, let somebody take my jewelry out of my car, I'm getting that back. If I don't get it back, I'm getting the money back. But for you to be so stuck in this hip hop hood culture, you lost. You better go get them change back. But before I keep going on, you this far in the vid, you might as well support. Go drop a follow on Twitter. I've been active on there recently, but 2020 ended off good. He dropped the tape, but this tape will be his last tape for over 2 years. And this was where his career musically started to decline. Cause I want you to think about it. He went from dropping, having big songs to just nothing for over 2 years. Like, yeah, during these 2 years, he might have dropped a single or two, but really think about it. As a career, as marketing, this started to slow his career down a lot. But even though he didn't drop no music over the next year, it don't mean he wasn't working on it. Someone he was working with felt some type of way because he got his verse took off a song. Soulja Boy, to be exact. November 29, 2021, Soulja got on IG Live and started chatting. He started coming at Lil Yachty and Stunner.
Bro, it's the same song. That's 3 songs. Kanye West, Lil Yachty, and Stunner for Vegas. Y'all got me f***ed up. Y'all got me f***ed up. This is a PSA. This is a public service announcement. None of you rappers call my phone no more, please. I'm begging y'all. Kanye, this your fault. What is going on around here?
But after getting on live talking this crazy, later on he gonna apologize saying me and Stunner good. But past this beef, it was quiet until 2022. He dropped 2 albums this year, but wasn't really in the public eye until a few weeks ago. He posted on his IG saying he had a son on the way. My bad. He didn't necessarily say son, just a kid on the way. He was basically saying he fell in love and just took a step back from everything. He was also saying this relationship really changed him from all his ignorant ways from the past. Even though musically he might not be as big as he was, he turned his life around and really escaped from the game. Turned his life around and changed it for the better, if we being honest. But someone who didn't change their life for the better was the Playboy Cardi leaker, who ruined his life over one song, which I talk about in this video right here.